If anyone, hello? If anyone needs to make a public comment, please sign up at the table in the back, please. Thank you.
I'd like to call to order the Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024, Norristown Municipality Council meeting to order. With that, have a moment of silence and pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Secretary, can I roll call, please?
Rebecca Smith. Here. Rashad Bates. Tiffani Hendley. William McCoy. Here. Lauren Hughes. Here. Dustin Queenan. Here. Thomas LaPera.
Here. Do I have a motion to approve the previous minutes?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Executive session announcement. We had an executive session announcement on property and personnel.
And you also had an executive session subsequent to your previous meeting.
Correct, and that was on personnel as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Announcements, Mr. Vice President.
And if anybody needs a translator, we have Jess in the back for that. And we have on the table in the back, we have some of our special events coming up. The next event will be Trunk or Treat, October 31st at Norristown Recreational Center. And then the Winter Fair, December 7th at Norristown Recreational Center. But make sure you get one in the back. That's it for me. Anybody else have any announcements?
Seeing none. Public comment.
Is it Batiste Hinton Hall?
Good evening. My name is Patisse Hinton Hall, and I'm a resident of Norristown. I have, since April, applied for a handicap spot at my address, and I've been at my address for over 51 years. There is currently a handicap spot directly in front of my home. It has time slot from 8 to 5, and I'm asking that it be replaced to be directly for my home. I have in this packet the application that I applied several times, and because I cannot get Mrs. Evelyn Spruill, who lives in Downingtown, to sign off, I haven't been able to get the sign. But I have all of my medical documentation and everything to say that I need this handicap spot, which is already currently in front of my home, but it's just not allocated for my address. So I'm asking the council if they would approve replacing that sign to be for my address directly.
Leave your information with Kevin. We'll be sure to get it in the right hands and see what we can do for you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
you.
your time.
Sure. Brian, I'm not sure how to read, I can't read the last name. Brian? Brianna? Brian? Here. My interpreter.
I can't read the name, but the address is Conshohocken. Teresa.
Oh, I am so sorry. Can I give you a flyer?
Sorry.
Alrighty. Good evening. I am Teresa Brown Paris. I do live in Conshohocken, but I have a business here in Norristown called Norristown Local, where we publish good news and anything uplifting, spotlight the locals of Norristown. We are finally kickstarting my long-held initiative, First Fridays Norristown, and it's starting this Friday. It's going to be at a hub here in town where we're going to have, the owner has allowed me to have vendors here. So we're having businesses that are in Norristown, but they don't have a structure. So the vendors are going to be there in the back, and we're going to have vendors there, some music. So we're inviting you and the community to come out to support these businesses. It's going to start from 8 to 4. I'm sorry, from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. So before you go home on Friday, and every first Friday going forward, we'd like you to stop by the businesses in town and support the businesses and the local vendors. So another spot that's going to be also hosting events for First Friday is the Markley, which is Upper Markley Street. That's an adult arcade. So I'm inviting you to come on out to support the businesses. That's all. Thank you. Okay.
Hello, my name's Sean Sharsig. Nice to meet you guys. I was here the last couple weeks, and I just want to make, or the last couple meetings, just want to make another comment again about the condition of Church Street behind the 500 block of Swede Street. Just wanted to follow up and basically say we still need help out there. There's no progress being made. Just to show the extent of it, I help out a lot of the neighbors with cleaning up the left behind belongings, the trash, and ultimately what's happened this week is one of the neighbors asked me, hey, can you help out with the trash again, clean everything up? And at this point, we're at the point where my guys tell me, no, we won't clean it up. It's too dirty, it's too disgusting, it's not safe. So now I'm standing here saying, is it the money? I'll pay you more to clean it up. But they say, no, it's not the money. It's the principle. They're not willing to do it. So I'm just wondering, how are we supposed to keep these areas clean when it's not maintainable back there? And it's, it's not just trash. It's They're going to the bathroom outside. There's all these little baggies floating around everywhere. It just doesn't make any sense. So, I mean, I'm curious what we can do, but I was thinking it makes sense. Maybe we can have someone patrol every once in a while the block and just get some sort of a presence out there. Because currently the way it works is when someone calls it in, the police, they're always very quick to respond and truly appreciative for that. But ultimately, it's a stop by and then tell them to get your things and move on. It's just a cat and mouse game that isn't going to stop. At some point, we need some help back there to drive business back into Norristown. The way it is, it doesn't make sense. Across the street, they're setting up tents. I don't know where these tents are coming from, but it's setting up camps. It looks like a campground out there. There's a mess everywhere. And ultimately, we're running out of ideas of what to do. So if there's anything you guys can do, recommend, I'm willing to work with you guys as well. For example, we spoke about the JP Mascaro trash bin and the waste management recycling bin that have been on the same corner for the last 3 months. I reached out to them. You can call Waste Management, case number 758126. I let them know. I say, hey, this is the situation going on, but there's no progress being made. And if anyone was on that block this week, you know that it gets filled to the brim, possibly twice as much as should be in there, and then somebody comes by and knocks all the cans down, and then, I'm sure you know, but everything just sits everywhere, and it's just not sustainable the way things are. So I'm asking if there's anything you guys can do, any recommendation you have. I'd greatly appreciate it. If there's anything you have that you recommend, I'm open ears as well. I'm just asking for a little bit of more help with this situation. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of Code Enforcement, Proclamation of the National Code Compliance Month of October 2024. Gordon.
Evening, Mr. President and Council. I believe you received that proclamation in your packet, and we're just asking that Council recognize October 2024 as Code Compliance Month.
Thank you. Council, any questions? Seeing none, do I have a motion to issue a proclamation of National Code Compliance Month?
So moved.
Second.
Madam Secretary.
Rebecca Smith?
Aye.
Rashad Bates? William McCoy? Lauren Hughes?
Aye.
Dustin Queenan?
Aye.
Thomas LaPera?
Aye, the ayes have it. Motion passes. Thank you. Moving on to Finance, Resolution 24-89, appointment of Kathy Pfister as Montgomery County Tax Collection Committee delegate and Ms. Fields as alternate delegate.
Good evening, Council. This resolution, the purpose is to appoint delegates to represent the municipality on the Montgomery County Tax Collection Committee. This committee was established to govern and oversee the collection of EIT, Earned Income Tax. We're recommending, as a tax collector, I'm recommending myself as the delegate and Alicia Fields, who is the deputy tax collector, as the alternate.
Council, any questions? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-89?
So moved.
Second.
Madam Secretary.
Rebecca Smith?
Aye.
Rashad Bates? William McCoy? Lauren Hughes?
Aye.
Dustin Queenan?
Aye.
Thomas LaPera?
Aye, the ayes have it. Resolution passes. Thank you very much. Moving on to Administrator, Resolution 24-89, request council to approve a 4-year lease agreement for copiers and service totaling $59,270.88 with IPS Global.
Thank you. What we're looking for is to change our current monthly lease that we currently have right now with our 7 lease copiers at $13,205 a year. We're looking to increase that to 11 copiers with an actual annual increase of $1,000 to $14,818. The reason for this is because the other printers we currently have are outdated, and we're updating our fleet. The other thing is going to add an additional 3 copiers for fire and 1 for planning, since planning and code currently share a printer, and it gets overused, and many of these copiers had to be called in for repairs. It also saves us that we don't have to pay for toner and paper by doing a lease with the new current lease that we have set up now.
Council, any questions?
Yes, how much of an increase is it?
$1,234
Council, any other questions?
for 3 more printers.
Yeah, we're getting more printers, so I like it.
And we,
This is right up Rashad's alley here.
I checked it all out.
Do I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-84?
Second.
Madam Secretary.
Rebecca Smith. Aye. Rashad Bates. Aye. William McCoy. Lauren Hughes. Aye. Dustin Queenan.
Aye.
Thomas LaPera.
Aye, the ayes have it, resolution passes. Thank you very much. Parks and Rec, Resolution 24-86, a resolution in the amount of $142,523.81 to authorize the use of ARPA funds and donations for the MLK Park Playground.
Yep. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, so, just taking a look at MLK Park, this is actually something Ms. Brianna also tasked me with as part of my CIP project. There's a lot of life there, but it could use a little bit more. It could use a little bit more of an uplift. It's very gorgeous, and I like being over there. And even interviewing some of the campers that we have, they were also going around saying we feel like we would be out here a lot more if this park was useful, like the swings, the slides, and things like that. Right now, it's kind of unsafe, and she's done a really good job with Elmwood Park. I just want to be able to be in a position to continue that. We also, with the help of Mr. Leitner, were able to get a donation of $67,929.31 from Casey and Matt Sattel. So this is something that I hope that we can get done.
Thank you. Council, any questions?
What's the total, I guess the total cost of, is that the 67 plus the 140?
So the total would be $142,523.81, but we would subtract the $67,000 and use ARPA funds from that.
Any other questions?
Do we need to change that number
Do we need to change the number?
resolution? Should it be the amount?
Is it
That amount-
142 plus the 67?
no, it's 142 total. I wouldn't change the amount. I would leave the amount the same because that's the total cost of the contract.
Okay.
Yeah, so the 67 is just where we're pulling money from in the ARP, so you want that full contract amount.
Thank you. Any other questions? Do I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-86?
So moved.
Second.
Madam Secretary.
Rebecca Smith. Aye. Rashad Bates.
Aye.
William McCoy. Lauren Hughes.
Aye.
Dustin Queenan.
Aye.
Thomas LaPera.
Aye, the ayes have it, resolution passes. Thank you. And real quick, before we move on, I just want to say thank you very much to Brianna and your staff. We had the recent tragedy at the band shell. That band shell meant a lot to a lot of people in this community. And for you and your team to pull together what you pulled together in a short amount of time and to do that concert in the park, that last concert in the park, was amazing. And I just wanted to applaud you for that publicly. So thank you again. Moving on to police, Resolution 24-83.
Good evening, Mr. President, Vice President, Council,
Good evening.
Municipal Administrator. So we have 5 handicap parking applications were received and approved. So we're asking that you all will approve them this evening. 422 West Erie Street, 32 East Spruce Street, 641 Astor Street, 1024 Willow Street, and 1221 Oakwood Avenue.
Thank you very much. Council, any questions? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-83?
So moved. Second.
Madam Secretary.
Rebecca Smith.
Aye.
Rashad Bates. Aye. William McCoy.
Aye.
Lauren Hughes.
Aye.
Dustin Queenan.
Aye.
Thomas LaPera.
Aye, the ayes have it. Resolution passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to departmental reports. We have our quarterly update to council with our special events coordinator, Tracy Henry. Hello.
Everybody went so fast. Like, ooh, we get a little long with it. Is that what I sent you? I sent you the wrong thing. Okay. I sent the wrong update to Kevin, but it's okay. Yeah, could you do that one? That one, yes. Okay. So I'm Tracy Henry, Special Events Coordinator for the municipality. I've been in this role for 3 years now. And so we've been successful at doing the events for 3 years. Council contracted me, I'm actually a freelance event planner. Council contracted me 5 years, 2021, to bring back joy to Norristown. It was really right after COVID, and so we've actually had an opportunity to grow and to expand the festivals. So we've done, in the years, we've done Juneteenth, July 4th, and the Party in the Park, the Taste of Town, which was a back-to-school bash this year, Trunk or Treat, and the Winter Fair. Like I said, this will be the 3rd year we've done them, and the growth has been exponential. So the goals of special events, really quickly, just to reiterate, the main goal is to celebrate life, diversity, and culture in Norristown, but it is also to bring, to boost the local economy by increasing the overall demand, by inviting people that are here when they come to visit Norristown and turn them into ambassadors. Because I think Norristown has a very, a very low, quiet reputation for the city that it is, for the beautiful city that it is. So it's a joy to bring people here. And in developing and managing a successful branding campaign, it is to have people understand and to look out, to want to come to Norristown for events, for fun, for joy, and to experience it while we're here. So for example, of that brand campaign is ideally that we would have what we call a summer solstice. And so we would start by celebrating freedom on Juneteenth, and we will have a finale with July 4th fireworks. But as Norristown develops, that we build in those days in between so that we have theater night and a bar stroll and restaurant night, but so that people start to understand that when summer comes, it's summer solstice in Norristown. And we go there, it's something going on every night there from Juneteenth to July 4th. So that's our goal, and that's what we're shooting for. Right now, we've definitely solidified the anchor events with Juneteenth and July 4th. The Juneteenth was it's celebrated on June 19th. It will always be celebrated on June 19th. We don't, whether it's a weekday or not, the same way as July 4th is celebrated, whatever day of the week it is. We want to make sure that that we understand that June 19th is the date. The highlights from this year were flawless logistic execution. Working between the departments, fire department, the police, Public Works is just my superhero, recreation, just everybody, the municipality, we all work together. Public information, we work together as a team, and the support is just immeasurable. The exponential growth of the event was crazy. Like the first year we had 10 vendors, the second year we had 25, this year we had 55 vendors, and we had to add 10 tents at the last minute. And so it was really crazy. Our in-kind sponsorships, they make it happen. Rotation Records and the Zoo are the 2 largest at this point. Rotation Records pretty much handles all of our sound, all the stage, the run of show, getting the artists, I mean, just everything that we need to do. And it's a very seamless relationship. They're always there when we need them. Whatever we ask them to do, they're just there and they make it happen. The Zoo is the other one. The Zoo has sponsored the tents, the vendor tents, every year so far. At the last minute this year, I called and asked him if he could add 10 more tents, which was a $3,800 expense, and he did it without any questions. So those 2 vendors are just, they make Juneteenth happen, really. The Latino Business Coalition participation this year was unbelievable. It was an opportunity. One of the things that we talk about is trying to bridge the gap between Norristown and the Latino community and understanding that they are one community and that they work together and they thrive together. We had an awesome opportunity to do this. We had 10 vendors for Juneteenth. And I spoke on the Voices radio station with an interpreter. I was invited to do that. It was just really an awesome experience. Our stage performances were great. We had local talent, local experiences. This year we added Kula Malay African Dance Troupe, which was a big draw, and it went really well. We had multiple inside activities and a lot of positive feedback. The good part about the positive feedback was that, the multiple inside activities was that it was so hot. It was like 100 degrees on Juneteenth. It was so hot on Juneteenth. And because we had Center Theater open, El Jefe was open, Five Saints was open, Rotation Records was open for tours, people were able to get out of the heat and go in and do other things. It was really, really good. And just some things to, our challenges were the tent installation, getting monetary sponsorship, and information-only resource vendors. We don't really have a lot of space for information-only resource vendors. We learned the first year, we had 10 tents, we probably had 7 information-only vendors, where this year so after that we cut it where we don't really have information-only vendors. We'd like to maybe next year consider doing it in Center Theater and having them in Center Theater. I would love to have council as speakers next year for Juneteenth. Opening comments, closing comments, introducing the acts, anything that we could. This year we had representatives from both council and the state senator, but we really didn't have representation from council. And I really would implore you to do that next year. And just cross-reference with NAACP resource, change in living history performance. We've done Harriet Tubman every year so far. We're gonna do something different year, maybe Texas Cowboys or something like that. Large tent, first aid, and improve and develop sponsorship benefits so that we could maybe solicit or obtain more monetary sponsorship. Kind of the same thing with 4th of July. The thing that happened different with 4th of July this year was a big deal. We changed the route, we changed the time. Earlier in the year, I met with President Lepero, Vice President Queenan, and we talked about feedback that we were getting from the community and what people wanted, and a lot of people wanted the parade to return to the park. So we returned to the park, we made it later at 10 o'clock, and so it was just a much more cohesive experience as opposed to having the parade early in the morning, the park in the afternoon. It was really good. The length of the parade, we break it down by 10-foot increments, 10-foot stalls. Last year we had 300, this year we had 657. So that means we went from 3,000 feet to 300 feet to 600 feet. And again, Latino Business Coalition showed out. They made it so much fun. It was really good. They wanted to do a lot more people. It was at the last minute. We couldn't extend it that much because so much goes into it with road closures and that sort of thing. But next year we'll be much more prepared to do that and ready to accommodate everyone who wants to participate. Challenges, the biggest challenge was we closed down both sides of Harding Boulevard. Had a couple issues with people who lived on there getting access to that, so that would be something that we would deal with next year. The vendor check-in and parade start time at the same time was a challenge, but we'll address that next year and be able to handle it. We'll be prepared for that next year. Things to consider, giving notice to the Harding Boulevard residents, maybe even some sort of little ticket or permit. First aid tent, increased length of parade launch site. We'd have to go maybe 2 blocks longer than what we do now. And prepare for vendors to be fully broken down at 8:15. The vendors, we want the vendors out before it starts to get dark and before the fireworks start. And that wasn't as clear this year as it should have been. Quick, Taste of Town was the last one we did. We did that in August. It was so much fun. And what we really tried to do was just have a lot of local talent, a lot of local food, just have people come out as a block party event. We did a school book bag giveaway. Again, last year it was the timing was off, and it just wasn't, didn't happen very much, didn't happen last year. But it definitely happened this year. It was good, and it will happen again. The location was everything. Von C is, again, an amazing business. They're very, very generous, always ready to support, always ready to give access to their venue. It was just a very smooth collaboration. Traffic and road closures was the biggest issue there. We didn't want to close the block and close the traffic because we had just done it for July 4th, and people were a little messed up about it. And that block is particular because we'd have to be able to tell people how to go through the state hospital if they're not going to use the road. Something that we probably should consider. We didn't do it this year. We closed down only one block, had an accident on the block because somebody zoomed past while somebody else was pulling out. The cars collided, and that was the lesson learned. And then just to kind of book the trucks earlier so that we can have an idea of, but that was maybe a misunderstanding with the venue, but we did it, we got it done, and it was good. And so what's coming up next, which is kind of the slide, that's one of the slides that's missing, this is the abridged version, which I'm glad we kind of went with. The events that we have coming up now, October 31st is Trunk or Treat, which is at the rec center. We have all the cars come, they line up, they decorate their trunks. In the first year we did it, we had about 600 kids. We do it in conjunction with Heather Lewis's company. And last year we had about 850 kids. So we closed the block last year. We're expecting to even go bigger this year. So everything in conjunction with the zoo's 100th anniversary, we're trying to jump on that. And the last event will be the Winter Fair. And that's the biggest one that I'm now looking for sponsorship for. It's because what we want to do is bring the ice skating rink and have 2 days of free ice skating. The way we can have that is the way we can do it free is if we have a sponsor. I have 2 leads for sponsors right now. We may be in good shape. But I have had the meeting with the ice rink company. I'm prepared to deposit them and get the road started. So we're looking at doing a winter village. We're going to do it near, closer to the zoo to take advantage of wild lights, and have, like I said, and have the ice skating rink on Saturday and Sunday for the community to come and take advantage. That's where we are right now. Okay.
I think with the consistent acknowledgement and gratitude to the Latino Coalition, I think it's imperative that we shine light on their holiday as well, which is their independence, which is September 16th.
Absolutely.
They have a huge celebration coming up on September 14th, which is Saturday, and I believe that is right outside where the Juneteenth celebration was as well. So
Yes.
If you would like to go, they always have their arms open to everyone. So that's something that we also should put on the agenda to highlight the Latino Independence Day as well.
Absolutely.
Any other questions?
I just want to say thank you. Every year is getting bigger and better, and I'm looking forward to the next year, and I get a lot of feedback from the residents who appreciate all the hard work you're doing. So I want to say thank you for doing it.
Do you guys get feedback from people, like from community, like what's the feedback sounding like? Is it?
Feedback I get is positive.
Okay.
They're kind of shocked, because like, not that you're older, but I don't know if many people remember Super Sundays. You had a big tube you could slide down. And then the simple fact that it feels like the community has something to look forward to. When I grew up in Norristown, we always had something going on.
Right.
And then it vanished for a while. And, you know, as everybody knows, Norristown's on an upward projection. So I get a ton of good feedback.
Good. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And last but not least, building and code compliance.
Evening again, council.
Evening.
I don't think my report will be quite as fun as Tracy's. She has all the good stuff that they do. For the month of August, we are been working on the following ongoing projects. We've been working with the legal team to update the property transfer ordinance as well as a couple others. We are continuing our hiring process to hopefully get 3 new inspectors on board. We have been working with Mr. Leitner to reach out to the Latino community to see if we can make our team reflect our community. So we are working on that. We are preparing to mail out our yearly rental licensing. We're working with the engineering team on the second phase of the blighted properties remediation, as well as the 23 East Fornance project. All right, we will begin next year working on our reaccreditation for our department. We have begun replacement of our laptops. We're working together with Public Works Department on trash remediation and removal throughout the community. And we have been working almost every weekend with the District Attorney's Office, with the community service programs to do cleanup details throughout Norristown. The projects we have completed this month so far, we have completed our operations and policy manual, and we have sent out courtesy letters to most of the gateway streets. We sent out like 1,200 letters, just reminding folks of the common violations we see, and just asking for everyone's help to be aware to keep Norristown beautiful, and to let us know if they see any problems. That seems to have been going over pretty well. I've got a lot of positive feedback on that. And for the operations for the month, we have proactive violations that we found. Owner-occupied properties for the month, there's 236 and 2778 for the year. Rental properties, we've found 360 proactive violations and 3584 for the year, for a total of 596 for the month, 6,362 for the year so far. On the quick tickets, there's about 15 different quick tickets, but these are three of the most common. Litter control, we've written 131 for the month, 322 for the year. Grass and weeds, 71 for the month, 430 for the year. And inoperative motor vehicles, which includes abandoned vehicles, we've written 10 for this month, 82 for the year. And comes out to like 212 for the month, 1156 for the year so far. This month we've conducted 21 rental inspections and 448 for the year. And the number of violations found during those inspections, 266 for the month, 53 for the entire year. This month we issued 26 non-traffic citations, 255 for the year. Permits for the month and the year. Building permits, we issued 77 permits, 437 for the year. Mechanical permits, 28, and 186 for the year. Electrical permits, 35, and 269 for the year. Plumbing permits, 17, and 200 for the year. Fire protection, 16 for the month, 42 for the year. Total of 173 for the month, and 1,134 for the entire year. Just the reported cost of construction for the month is $2,429,414.90. The entire year so far is $20,256,253 and some change there. Permit fees collected, $64,437.26, and for the year, $432,5647. During our inspections, 69 of them actually passed, and only 14 failed. So I think we're making some progress there. That's a good number that only 14 failed this month. We also do property transfers, residential owner-occupied property transfers this month. We did 22. Rental occupancy permits and inspections, we did 20. Commercial transfer of ownership, we did 5, and change of tenants, we did 1, for a total of 50 for the month and 444 for the year. Violations that we found during these inspections for the month were 221 and 2,771 for the year. And that really concludes my report for the month.
Council, any questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?